But that was number 2.
Yes.
And I'm sure you guys are very excited to find out what's number one in the print manga category.
I wonder, you know, I heard you talking a lot about this one, actually.
Yeah, okay.
I know you're excited about
I am
this
excited
one,
to talk about this
Let's get
one.
a drum roll. A 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What could it be?
Dun dun dun! This is Medalist. Is it The Medalist or Medalist? It's Medalist. Yeah, honestly, this is without doubt the best thing I read, and this is highly deserving of the best manga award this year in the print category, because I've read this, and you know when you read something that isn't necessarily original, but everything's just done as good as it can be. This is an example of that. So this is basically a sports manga. And before, don't switch off yet, Weeps. Don't switch off. I swear I'm going somewhere with this. It is kind of like a figure skating manga, which I know a lot of people might not be too interested in, but it's got some of the best character writing I've seen in a long time. So what this story is about? So it's about 2 characters. One of them's a guy, and one of them's a girl. Right? And so the guy is basically a figure skater who tried to skate for the Olympics, but kind of like fell flat at the last hurdle. And part of the reason was because he started figure skating way too late in life, right? And so he's just trying to make ends meet. And so he decides to join an agency as a coach. Now, this girl, this little sweet little girl, also wants to be a figure skater. But she is also, like, for her age, even though she's still a child, she's still a kid, in her age, it's seen as still very late to, like, start joining figure skating as, like, profession, or as, like, a real, like, serious, you know, a real serious figure skater. And so what makes this manga so good is just the character writing between the guy and the girl, right? Because what impressed me was the girl, her entire life has been told that she's, like, useless. She doesn't really have many skills. Even her mum has lost faith in her. So even though she says, I want to be a figure skater, everyone around her is just like, you're too old. Her mum's like, you know, your sister was a figure skater and that went nowhere, so we'll let you, like, just play around, but I don't know if I really support you or anything like that. So it's just basically seeing her journey, because she discovers him as a coach. It's seeing her journey just becoming an amazing figure skater. And I know that sounds cheesy, and I know that sounds standard, but it gets you invested so incredibly fast, to the point where I actually cried. I actually cried reading this manga. No joke. I cried because what made me cry is that it made me, reading this manga made me feel like a proud father. Okay.
Oh, Mr. Garn.
Yeah, honestly, I was just, my maternal instincts kicked in, and I didn't even know I had maternal instincts. I'm like, what the hell is this? But just when there's this one scene in the manga, without spoiling what happens, there's this one scene where the girl in this manga does something that surprises everyone, and it just filled me up with an immense like proudness, like it was my own daughter, like she was my own daughter, and I wanted to just go up there and hug her and just tell her I'm proud of her. After everything that she's been through, I wanted to say, I'm so proud of you. I can see how hard you've been working. Everything's paid off. And that scene, just like, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about that.
Oh, man.
Just talking about that
made
scene.
An impression on you.
Yeah, like it literally did get me that emotional, because one thing I think this manga is different than any other manga I've read is that it gives a complexity to writing children, if that makes sense. You know how, like, you watch an anime and sometimes the children characters are either too stupid or way too smart.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
No good balance.
Yeah, exactly. They're either just babies with, like, 0 IQ, or somehow they're talking like poets and they have, like, 500 IQ or something like that.
Lord.
Talking about you, Promised Neverland, you know.
Oh, just
Even though I like Promised Neverland, I'm just like, these are way too smart to be children. But
Right.
this strikes the perfect balance of writing kids like they're kids, but still giving them a complexity that makes them seem way more mature than adults think they are. And I think that's really realistic, because these kids are more mature than they may seem, but that's just because I think a lot of us adults looking down on children, we end up getting surprised at how mature they really are when we actually start talking to them. And yeah, honestly, this is amazing. This is amazing. I read the first 2 volumes and I'm completely hooked. I'm here for the journey, and I just wish the best for the little girl. Okay, I just hope she succeeds in life. And
awesome,
yeah, it's great. It's wholesome.
Well, you've convinced me, because this is actually probably the only one I didn't read. So now I'm gonna go check it out, because guess what, guys? 4 volumes in English on Bookwalker.
Yeah, this one is available on Bookwalker. So yeah, the first 4 volumes are available there. Yeah, like I said, if you're gonna check out, if I was to pick one title to check out of everything that we're talking about today, this is the one I would recommend.
Well, I do want to say that, you guys, if you do want to go check out Bookwalker, I have a coupon code, so you can basically start off reading this manga on the cheap, that is highly recommended by Mr. Gigguk Garnt, the guy that is right over here.
I know people are going to start like spamming hashtag ad. I swear to God, guys, I swear to God, I'm not saying this because it's
a thing.
God,
They do.
look, this one for a reason, okay? This one for a reason. It got first place for a reason. It's not just me. You guys voted for it as well. People in Japan voted for it. There's a reason this won, okay? This is just a coincidence. I swear to God.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to take this moment to go ahead and piggyback off of your misery and say use code Callie on Bookwalker to get 500 JP